I realized today that I never did a proper review of the Korres Ginger and Vitamins Foundation. Looks like that. My shade is usually LF6, but as my tan is fading, I now mix it with the LF4. As it's getting into winter, I'm mixing the two together to get a good shade. They also have LF5, but I think that might be the one shade that Sephora for some reason doesn't actually sell. But I will link below. There's a seller that I'm going to start using. I have not used it yet, so I can't verify if it's good or not. But they are straight from Greece, which is where Korres is, or Korres, or whichever way you want to say it, is actually made. So, and it's a little cheaper, so I figured I would try using it online. But anyway, back to, past the shades, because there are only, that probably is the downfall of this, is there are only 6 shades, 7 shades, 6 shades. I think there are more shades of the Wild Rose foundation, which is a heavier foundation than apparently the Ginger and Vitamins. This foundation, I cannot say enough about. I love this foundation. It feels really nice on the skin. It glides on my skin really well. The odd thing is that my foundation, like the regular foundation brush, like a 190 if you have a MAC, or just a flat top, like almost like a painting brush, that type of foundation brush, I find it's best for that. I've tried many other brushes, like the round ones or the stippling type ones, and I just find that that's best. I've even used my fingers, and I still find that the foundation brush is best because it kind of helps spread it around before you actually start blending, so I like that. The finish of this is just dewy and just my skin feels like it's glowing, and it's fantastic, looking on the skin. It's just like wow, when you put it on. I'm always like amazed at what this product can do, and I've been using it for quite a while now. A lot of people say it's a light foundation, almost a tinted moisturizer, and I wouldn't think it was a tinted moisturizer. They do carry a tinted moisturizer if you're interested. They do make a tinted moisturizer. I would think that this has some coverage. It must have some, because I'm usually really, really pale, especially on my cheeks, and pretty much most of, like, all of this is pretty pale, like very, very light compared to the rest of me. And so the fact that it evens all of that out very well, regardless of what shade I've used, it has to have some coverage. Does it get every little spot I might have? No, it doesn't. It's not full coverage. I know that for a fact. But it is kind of buildable. I can put more than one layer on without it looking cakey or anything like that. It's really smooth, and it feels smooth on my skin. And I'm pretty much just wearing that today. I put just a little bronzer on, but I'm just around the house today, so I thought there was no need for all that. It lasts all day for me. I do set it with a powder. I usually use the e.l.f. High Definition powder, which looks like, I'll get it out, looks like this. I like to use this powder in general just because it's, translucent, and it really kind of smooths out any extra wrinkles or whatever. So I do like that. The combination of these two together are really nice. I like the fact that it's in a tube, so I don't have to worry about it spilling everywhere. I'm not really sure why they have a tube for this, and then the Wild Roses foundation that they also carry is in just a jar that's open. So I'm thinking I might try that next, because I am interested in maybe getting a foundation with more coverage to it. But I'm so happy with this, I don't know if I want to like stray away from it. I just really I had to come on here today because once again I was putting this on and I just love it. I really wish they'd have more shades, but I mean, it is grease-based, so they're going to have more warm olive tone skin types on there, or type of colors on there, and apparently I'm in that category somehow, but I'm not really sure how, but I do realize I have quite a lot of yellow undertone, so this I think helps balance all that out, and I just really love the finish. It's so beautiful and glowy. I do get oily in my T-zone, like this whole area pretty much can get oily, even my forehead, and I don't really notice, like, I've had this on all day and it's not oily at all. That might have to do, God bless you, that might have to do in part with using the powder to set the whole thing. God bless you. I don't think it's really that greasy to begin with. If you just put enough, I really just put like a dollop of it on my hand at this point. I used to just put it straight on the brush, but now that I'm mixing the two, I put about, I'd say 50-50 or a little bit more of the LF4 now with the LF6, and mix that around with the brush and just lightly put it on, but I don't put that much, and I do focus it on the areas that need the color, basically, because one of the reasons why I use foundation is just to kind of even out my color. I love this foundation. If you can find a shade for you, or maybe even mix the two, then, you know, I would say go for it, because it takes forever to run out of these foundations, and that's another thing. I know people think, you know, $28, and I believe it's $32 in Canada, is a lot for a foundation, but I feel like I use this all the time now. This is the number one thing I want to wear on my face if I wear nothing else, and I don't see it running out anytime soon. So I think that when you think about how long you're using a foundation, and it takes such a little bit, that you know, $28 to $32 is not that much money. I'll show you the ones I have so you can see the color out of the tube. So that's that one. Excuse the dry hands. But that is that one, and that is the LF4, and it, if I can get it in there, there we go. And it really, I mean, it does have quite a lot of pigment to it. I've never seen a tinted moisture have this much pigment to it, and it blends out quite smoothly. And the smell doesn't really have a smell. Every once in a while I see on reviews for this that they say it really smells really bad, and I've even had my husband smell it a couple times because I thought maybe I was just, you know, used to the smell, and he doesn't smell it either, so I'm wondering if maybe it's just off, because I assume that you probably have to use these right away. It doesn't have parabens, which usually parabens are used as a preservative, so it doesn't have that, so it might not last like in your shelf as long. So that might be why people are having a hard time with the smell of it. I also should swatch the other one too. This is LF6. It's a little darker, and this also just blends out. It's very smooth. Wow. It looks good on my hand too. Yeah, I don't really smell anything. So yeah, and it just leaves, I don't know if you can see, it's just a really dewy like finish, and I love this stuff. I cannot say enough about it. I'm definitely wanting to try their concealer next. Next year is all about concealer, finding the concealer I need, and as well as it's always skincare, but I definitely need a concealer until I figure out what's going on with my under eyes. Really am interested in a lot more of their line, and I will be reviewing more from Korres, because I just love this. I love, love, love this foundation, and I cannot imagine ever not buying this foundation unless I were totally broke, and then I wouldn't really be thinking about foundation. So, to be honest. But, yeah, so that is my semi-review, pretty much just product rave of Korres Ginger and Vitamins Foundation. And like I said, summertime I am LF6, and right now I'm LF6 plus LF4 mixed together. So yeah, I'm wearing it now. I don't know if you can tell. And it's what in pretty much all my reviews. I thought I should finally review it. I just thought I've put this in my favorites so many times. And you see me applying it on a daily basis, like when I do outfits and face of the day. So I don't know why I have not said more about this. So I really, really love this. I'm going to ramble on about it until everyone at least thinks about trying it, or at least test it out at Sephora. If you're in the States or anywhere else where you have the actual option to have a Korres store, then I would suggest you check that out. So that is my review for that, and I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll talk to you later. Bye.